Hello everyone, this is Hema Mangnani welcomes you in my new video. Before moving forward, I would like to thank you all for like my videos. Here I am starting with the first poem of class 8 NCERT English Honeydew book, the poem named Ant and the Cricket. This poem has been adapted from Aesop's fable. Oh, now the question arises in your mind, what is fable? A fable is a short story often with animals as characters, that conveys a life moral. Yes, maybe you don't know about the fact that fables were the only reason which made our childhood so exciting. So the poem and the cricket is portrayed in a fable. As the name suggests, our poem has two animal characters, the ant and the cricket. These two characters are very relatable to us, that is, to the human beings and to the animals. A silly young cricket accustomed to sing through the warm sunny months of gay summer and spring began to complain when he found that at home his cupboard was empty and winter was come. In these lines, poet wants to convey us the message, wants to tell us that a carefree and an unmindful cricket, foolish cricket, who was used to spending the lovely and plentiful spring and summer season enjoying himself and singing happily. He was worried when he found winter approaching and he discovered he had no food stored in his storeroom. Not a crumb to be found on the snow covered ground. Not a flower could he see, not a leaf on a tree. Oh, what will become, says the cricket, of me? In this stanza, poet says that winter had come and the silly cricket was very worried and the ground was covered with snow. There was not a bit of food, flower or a leaf on any tree that one could eat. The cricket was worried and alarmed about his survival. He had no stored food for the harsh season. At last, by starvation and famine made bold, all dripping with wet and all trembling with cold, away he set off to a miserly ant to see if to keep him alive he would grant him shelter from rain and a mouthful of grain. Finally, the silly young cricket, faced with certain starvation and acute scarcity of food, the cricket gathered enough courage to visit an miserly, or we can say tiny ant. Thoroughly wet and shivering with cold, he wished to request her to give him shelter from rain and some food to help him keep alive. He wished only to borrow, he would repay it tomorrow. If not, he must die of starvation and sorrow. Says the ant to the cricket, I am your servant and friend, but we ants never borrow, we ants never lend. But tell me, dear cricket, did you lay nothing by when the weather was warm? Now the ant asking to the cricket wished only a loan of food which he would repay very soon. If he did not get food and shelter, he would surely die of starvation and grief. The ant was sympathetic at the cricket's plight, but since lending and borrowing is not their way of life, she couldn't help him. The ant further wanted to know, the ant asked to the cricket if the cricket hadn't saved food in the warm months for the coming winter. Quoth the cricket, not I. My heart was so light that I sang day and night. For all nature looked gay, you sang, sir, you say. Go then, says the ant, and dance a winter away. In this stanza, the ant giving a sarcastic reply to the cricket. The cricket replied that since he was so happy and carefree, he kept singing all summer, while the world was so green and lively. The ant said that if he sang through summer, he could well dance through the winter in the same way. So the winter goes away. In the ending of the poem, or in the last stanza, the poet quoted the words, thus ending, he hastily lifted the wicket and out of the door turned the poor little cricket. Folks call this a fable. I will warrant it true. Some crickets have four legs and some have two. In these lines, uh, poet gives us the sarcastic remark to the human beings also. Some cricket have four legs, like we have seen in the poem, and some have two, as for the human beings. So the poet wants to tell us, or he wants to give us the moral from this stanza, and he wants to tell us the ant, having refused to help the cricket, turned him out and closed the door. Folks call this fable, means people call this a story, but I insist it is the truth. But the poet insists it is the truth. It's not just a story, it is the truth. Some people are like the lazy and short sighted cricket who do not bother to save and prepare for the future. They enjoy the blessings of the present and find themselves in trouble when bad times are upon them. Through these lines, poet wants to convey us the moral that mostly human beings wasted their times and they don't think about their future. That's all about the poem. Thank you so much. Do like and comment on my video. Thank you.